Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on supplements. So in previous videos I have had certain assumptions about certain supplements, and I am here to correct some of that and give you guys the best information on supplements for eczema and TSW, what's safe, what's not safe. And let's just jump straight into the video by talking about milk thistle. A long time ago, I ran across an article that explained that milk thistle can cause a lazy liver. So essentially, if you take milk thistle, which detoxes the liver, in the long run, your liver would become lazy or dependent on milk thistle. Now, today, I went back into my research and I really tried to find an article that stated that, or somewhere along the lines that actually proved that to be true. Well, in knowing what I know now about research and what articles to take seriously and which not, I was finding that when people were conducting research, they had people actually taking milk thistle for 6 months to test it. So for example, if somebody had like non-alcoholic fatty liver, which is essentially what we're trying to help with the milk thistle, in the research studies, they would have people on it for 6 months. So if it was actually not safe, like I used to think that you could only take it for 3 months and then you had to take a break, that study would not have had them on it for 6 straight months. I also found a piece of research that said you have to be on milk thistle for longer than 3 months to actually see the full benefit for something like non-alcoholic fatty liver. So in my videos when I'm talking about an overworked liver, it's actually referring to non-alcoholic fatty liver. So it's the year 2022 and all of my knowledge my knowledge has just been exponentially gained since I first started. So a lot of my old videos might be out of date. So this one is definitely necessary to keep you guys up to date on the things that I learn. One thing that I talked about was quercetin. There was an article, not a research article, but an article that was talking about how because eczema is a Th2 dominant autoimmune disorder, they can either be Th1 or Th2, those are kind of categories. In my new research from research articles, it's not as black and white as saying it's Th1 and Th2 as a category. It does technically have that category where eczema is falling under Th2, but it's a little bit more complicated than that, and it can actually shift. It can shift from at first being Th2 dominant into Th1 dominant, and it just has to do with the immune system and the different cells that are at play when you have an autoimmune disorder. And so a long time ago I said quercetin was not good for eczema because that article had said it makes Th2 autoimmune conditions worse. Now that's actually not true. I am telling you right now that quercetin, especially for people with TSW, help with histamine. It's a natural antihistamine. So yay, I'm so glad that you guys can start taking quercetin because it's a really awesome and healthy nutrient. I no longer believe that anybody with eczema cannot have quercetin. I was thinking for a little while that in the beginning stages you might want to avoid quercetin for eczema, but I think anybody at any stage can take quercetin. I just want to be on the cautious side. Like I think I definitely err on the side of caution with you guys, and I can't be like 100% full on with everything that I recommend, so I'm always thinking like, okay, would that actually affect people with an overworked liver, or would it affect people with TSW? So I actually did research recently. Milk thistle helps with candida. It actually is an antifungal. It helps with detoxing the liver. I don't know the exact mechanisms as to why it helps, but it's really amazing. I read it in a research article earlier today. So do your own research with looking that up because it's actually quite interesting. And it can help with TSW, because TSW, a lot of people with TSW can have a gut imbalance, and most people with TSW have an overworked liver. So quercetin and milk thistle, you can take both of those when you have TSW to detox your liver and have an antihistamine, which is the quercetin. So, yay. Another one to talk about is turmeric. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is like the compound that does its thing. And turmeric is supposed to be anti-inflammatory. And a long time ago, I was saying that turmeric because of the Th2 thing. It was basically from that same article that said people should avoid quercetin, and they were saying to avoid turmeric too, so I erred on the side of caution, and I told you guys to avoid turmeric because of that reason. Actually, turmeric is anti-inflammatory. However, the reason why people can react to turmeric is because if they have an overworked liver, turmeric is higher in those plant chemicals that would cause a itch reaction. So if you've been reacting to turmeric, it's because of your liver. It's not actually because of the immune system situation. So do I recommend it to people with eczema? Yes, as long as your liver isn't overworked. If your liver is overworked, non-alcoholic fatty liver, you want to detox your liver before adding turmeric back into your diet. But if you just have a condition like candida and your liver is totally fine, I would definitely recommend turmeric, and make sure you are combining it with black pepper, because black pepper makes it more effective. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video. I did want to give you an update on some of those things that in the past I had different opinions on. It is now 2022 and I have new information. It would be sad if I was not growing and I had the same opinions as I did in 2018, 2017 when I started this whole thing. So thank you for your patience as I learn, as I gather better resources, and always know that I am erring on the side of caution with you guys. And I will see you in my next video.
I like crashing waves, but I wanna see them at first light after a long night, and see the sky take shape